points, the guy who was hosting heckled every comedian. He was like, I'm not heckling that guy though. And I'm like, well, I guess he's doing something. That's cool. Hopefully you remember the movie Silence of the Lambs. There was the killer Buffalo Bill. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
Not a good guy. He puts lotion on skin. If that guy had lived to be 40, do you think maybe he would finally be comfortable in his own skin? Oh, that killed yesterday.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that was where the issue went wrong. Right. Yesterday, people were like, "Oh!" and it hit. Go to YouTube and Google Silence of the Lambs, New Buffalo Bill, and what he was up to, and then that joke's like, "Oh, that's."
I really will later.
I was thinking if I wanted to own a restaurant, I could save a lot of money on my opening costs if it were a wheelchair-only restaurant. I already did it. I wouldn't have to buy furniture. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of crossover series. Like, there was one, it was awesome. Predator came down, landed in Gotham, and Batman had to take it out. And I thought that was fantastic. And I thought, what would happen if King Kong was on Planet of the Apes? Like the apes have taken over, and then their explorers go and find this gigantic, primitive gorilla, and it grabs the hottest monkey available and starts climbing something. And what a moral conundrum. Like, what do they do? Like, do we shoot him? Do we kill our retarded cousin for not speaking the language? Recently, the Powerpuff Girls has been brought back, and that was a good show. Yeah, it was a creative, fun show. But I thought rather than bringing them back as if they were still the same age, like, why not have had them grow up? And they could be in college and deal with all those kind of problems. Like, it's been exactly that amount of time. And instead of being made of sugar and spice and everything nice, they could be made of sass and sauce and everything boss. Yeah! Right? Get that one, all right. I'll put a check by that one, save it for later. Move that back. Probably seen How I Met Your Mother, popular show. And I feel like Ted Mosby was one of the worst fathers ever. Because he's telling all these stories of everything he did, all the women he slept with, the drugs, the parties, but he's not telling those stories to me and you. He's telling those stories to his kids. And that, I don't have kids, but I imagine if I did, I would never mention a woman that came along before their mother unless it was to tell how much she sucked and how lucky I was to be with their mom and how much better she was. That seems like the only appropriate time to mention a previous woman. Good point, not good joke, scratch. It's all right, we're trying it out. Moral lessons maybe not funny. There's an old saying, why buy the cow for free? Or why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? And I thought that doesn't take into account like how good the milk is. Like if that's the best fucking milk I've ever had, I would be like, oh, I gotta lock that up. I don't want any other farmers milking that. I don't know where their hands have been. I don't trust those if they're not. There's a whole lot more about that, but I'll just stick with the one punchline. I had, back when I used to play D&D, one of the guys in my group, I thought of this because Gay Pride, it's coming up, and one of the guys in my group, he was gay, and when I was hanging out with him one day, we were having drinks, and his other friends were there, and his boyfriend showed up. His boyfriend had met me a couple of times before, but we're all sitting at a bar, you know, this way, and his boyfriend shows up, and he knew everybody, like, without having seen their face, and then he saw me, and he was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you, and I turned around, and I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you from behind. And I was like, wait, dude, I think that's a good thing, because if you recognize me from behind, something has really changed in my life. And he was like, come on, you could do worse. And he was right, because my fiance had just dumped me for losing my job, and he was a nice guy, shape, looked good, had a good job, his own home. Maybe I was playing the wrong team. He treated his boyfriend good. I might have been, maybe I should have switched. So last one, I'll let you thank you for laughing. I appreciate that a lot. Last one, I think wedding rings suck. I really have an issue with them because they represent like one of the biggest decisions you could ever make. But they're tiny. And they go on the part of a woman's body that's almost invisible to me. Like, my eyes go a whole lot of places, but I could be talking to a woman for 6 weeks and not even notice if she was missing a hand, much less if there was a ring on it. And that's literally happened. That's not like a joke I thought of. I was actually talking to a chick for 6 weeks, putting in work, trying to find out about her, seemed cool, and then like, how the fuck did I miss that detail? Oh, right, because I'm a guy. So, I feel like they should replace wedding rings with the wedding crown. Like, I think it's a fantastic move, because first of all, when women are doing bachelorette parties, they like to wear a little tiara. Like, oh, look at me. Well, now for the rest of your fucking life, you would get a crown. Let everyone know you're a queen. I walk in the room, I know immediately who's taken. That serves my purposes, because I got 2 objectives when I'm out. Meet women who are single, stay the fuck away from women who are married. I don't want to get shot. I don't blame a guy. So yeah. I think I got off track on that one, but I'll go. Thank you guys. I appreciate you letting me try some material.